Okay.
Alright, this is a really key kind of a part two to the video about these meatballs. These sausage, Italian meatballs, whatever. We're going to go ahead and make the pizza. And if you know where to buy these at somewhere in the country, you go buy them. But from now on, I'm going to make them. This is like $3.50 worth of sausage here. And if you buy these things pre-made, I bet they cost a lot more than that. But I'm not even going to look for them no more. I'm just going to make them. It was so easy to make, and they cooked up like in 5-6 minutes in the dash.
And we're just using a store, just one of
Great value.
Great value. Walmart sells these pre-made crusts.
Now, if you wanted to make pizzas and you knew how to make crust and you knew how to make sauce and all that stuff and wanted to cook it in the dash, I'm sure you could do a pretty good job if you chose to go that route.
I go to the edge go a little edge more to the edge, I think.
Yeah, well, if you get too much to the edge and it gets hot, the sauce will run off on your shirt while you're eating. It tends to.
That's the price you pay for having pizza.
Okay, then we put some Italian on here. Just regular, great value Italian. I think virtually all this is Walmart stuff.
Pretty much.
Even the crust.
We used to have a Kroger in town, but they shut down, and there's kind of limited options for grocery stores around here. So we basically use the Walmart.
Well, here you got a Walmart. You have something called United, and you got something called Brookshire.
Brookshire, yeah, and so it's expensive. So.
It's a
Parmesan.
It's a bit expensive.
Of course, you can make these any way you want.
Oh yeah. This is just how we do them.
And we don't do them the exact same every time.
Yeah, see, I better put on some pepperoni.
Sometimes we put the cheese down first and the toppings on after that, but with these meatballs, we decided that the cheese on top would help hold the meatballs in place.
Now, we've never used meatballs like this before, so we're not, we have to figure out. I guess we're going to put it, you don't want to put them down before the pepperoni or you can't get the pepperoni down flat. So there's a little common sense involved. You probably could just make a whole sausage pizza if you didn't want to use half pepperonis, if you like those things and don't mind using a few more of them.
And maybe when you put the sausage down, you could try pressing it into the crust slightly just to see if it helps hold it in spot.
Maybe.
But once the cheese is all melted around it, hopefully it's not going to move too much.
Okay.
You might save those out in case we want to put some more on top at the very end.
With these meatballs, this is going to be El Thico.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I better get the mushrooms down now, because...
Yeah, don't put too many of those that sausage.
Now, I'm sure the sausage is going to roll all over the place while you eat, but that's okay.
Pizza, we could cut each one in half and lay it down, but we're not going to do that.
That's a lot of hassle you have to go through to... I'd rather just let some of it roll and be a little messy, because, if you're at the house by yourself, let me tell you a hint. Take your shirt off and eat. If it rolls down, who cares? All right. I mean, if you're a guy, take your shirt off and eat. If you're a girl...
You might press those down just slightly.
I'm pushing them in a bit. There's really no place to press them. But yeah, these sausages, Joe said at the store, I want to try to make some meatballs. I was like, how are we going to do that? Because I'm not a meatball maker. And then we got this stuff and decided we were going to make a bunch of little meatballs and fry them. And then
dude, that's going to be like a meatball. Every single bite has a meatball in it.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, you better slow down a little bit.
We're about done. And then Joe said, why don't you just use the dash? It's like, you know what? That might work, because I've never cooked nothing like this with the dash until now. All right. And it works. That dash, that does some extraordinary things.
I'm just making sure I'm all set for
wash my hands
for later.
I don't want to put my sausage fingers into mozzarella cheese, which is the next big step. It sure do look good. It looks pretty decent, don't it?
Yeah.
Okay, just let me mingle this about. Hopefully the cheese will help hold the sausage on the pizza. But when I sit down, I'm going to have a fork and a knife in case this turns out to be a mess. Okay. You want some cheese or you want a lot of cheese?
Put a lot of cheese on there.
Should I go stupid?
If I could still see sausage, then you don't have enough cheese on there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can cover up all the sausage, but I can put more cheese than is reasonably necessary. Which I think I'm doing because it's starting to fall.
Watching someone else build a pizza is the most frustrating experience in the world, because you just watch them and it's like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?
All right, I'll tell you what let's do. Pause the camera temporarily and let's heat up the dash, which takes about 3 minutes.
You need to put this cheese here, right there.
Which takes about 3 minutes. And then we'll turn the camera back on and let you guys see this thing.
Yeah, and I don't think he didn't clean that.
No, I didn't clean it. We cooked the meatballs about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, you can't really tell.
And we let it kind of cool down a little bit. Now we're going to...
yeah, we got to plug it in and heat it back up again.
Yeah,
so stay tuned.
When we come back, you'll see the pizza going in.
All right.
It's been about 3.5 minutes.
Preheated.
And looky there. Now we'll put the pizza in. Oh, yeah. All right, now what we'll do... Good deal. It's nice and thick. It did that. Okay, we'll put the pizza in and let it cook, and we'll show you the progress. They take about 10 minutes. It's 11:34. The clock on the microwave just turned to 34 just now, so.
All right, stay tuned.
We'll tell you. We stuck the pizza in 11:34, and it's now 11:42, and it's done. Just a second here. And look at that, ain't that a beauty?
Let me go get a close-up of it.
There you go. That's his half. The other one's mine.
All right.
So
sorry we can't let you watch the rest of this. It's going to be pretty bloody.
It's going to taste good, I can tell you that.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and until next time, thanks for watching.